We're live.
We're live and back in action, baby.
Live and in color.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm fine.
You're fine?
I'm doing okay, yeah. And
Yes.
yeah, I'm enjoying our Foster and Feinstein Redux.
Is it?
Is it pronounced Redux? R-E-D-U-X?
I don't even know what you're saying.
Well, again, redo. You know, we're doing it
Oh,
again.
the redo. You using the French version?
No, no, I don't know how it's pronounced. No, but I've seen there was like the movies. It would be like yada yada Redux. They did that with I don't know if it was like Apocalypse Now. Or
I think that's before my time, brother. Because
yeah.
we just call them sequels, or the.
No, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. R-E-D-U-X.
R-E-D-U-X. I gotta look into that.
Yeah, look into that. Oh wait, you got some shit on your beard.
Is it popcorn?
Probably.
It has some popcorn right before.
It's gone.
You guys, go get your popcorn. We got a good show coming up for you today. You dig?
Oh, and the most important thing is that we are sitting on. Do you know for the entire time we do, even when we did it originally, it was always me there and you here the whole time. No, seriously, the whole time.
So you want to throw a wrench in the matrix, huh?
Well, I mean, quite honestly, sitting there is good for me because I always consider my right side better than my left side.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But now you get to see my earring, man.
Oh, you got an earring?
I've had an earring since. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
For about 100 years. I think when my ears grew, there was an earring.
Luckily, gold lives longer than all of us, so
That's true.
what's up. Hopefully, it's real gold. And
Yeah. No, the real deal, baby.
Well, welcome back to the show, y'all. For the people who, for the first time chiming in, this is the Foster and Feinstein Show, where me and him, talk about any and everything under the massive sun. It could be dogs, it could be sports, it could be politics. We don't really tend to talk about religion a lot. But if it is your first time tuning in, make sure you subscribe so you can get all of these weekly episodes, send the notifications right to your phone. And if you like this, make sure you stay to the end and give us a thumbs up. And then share this with as many people as you think would be interested in it as well. With all that being said, welcome to the Foster and Feinstein Show. This is Feinstein. And I'm Foster. Welcome back, baby. Welcome back. So what's good?
Stuff.
Stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always kind of interesting, and I do it, with my writing as well. In addition to like your conversation. Maybe what do you want to talk about? What do I want to write about? Some of this stuff, I don't want to talk. And not that, you say, ooh, that's private.
No, yeah. 100%, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some things that are off topic, you know what I mean?
So I'm always I'm on that side of private. This side is private.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good. No, I'm really, I'm fine.
I got you, okay. Last episode, we talked about, the psychotic rich and, the corrupt wealthy. Today, I think you had an intro to bring in the fact that, what's behind the fact, if you feed into the craziness, what you'll get out. Like, what'll be the results if you constantly feed into the psychosis of just...
We got a lot of crazy happening.
Dude, hey, man.
I think and it's, and the crazy is, it's kind of growing in a way that, the more you squeeze, the greater the pressure.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And I think the pressure is, increasing really for all of us in so many ways.
Okay.
Should
Go ahead.
All right, man. Yeah.
Get ready.
Well, last week we did something like this. My profanity-laden introduction. It's not quite that bad. Maybe.
Got a couple curse words.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think happens when you treat people like animals? They will start behaving like them.
Big facts.
Okay? Why the fuck do people who advocate for peace and get recognition, like the Nobel Prize, suffer imprisonment, torture, and death? Yeah. When did peace become a crime? And last, did you know that Saudi? First of all, how do you like the emotionality?
I like it. I like it. You know, it's almost like it's entertaining, baby. That's what this is supposed to be like.
So in
Like a disc jockey.
right, in the spirit of that, did you know that Saudi Arabia is using our land and water to grow a crop they can't grow in their own country because it uses too much water?
I did not know that. And so let's start from the bottom and go up.
Oh no, really?
Do you not want to do that?
No.
Does that throw off your circadian rhythm?
Yeah. Then I got to reshuffle all my cheat sheets.
Okay. Well, then let's go.
No, in a way, I try and do it with the big stuff first, and really the biggest news, at this point, internationally,
Right.
is the incredible
The reason I said that was
Why?
because of the Saudi crop. What crop is that?
alfalfa.
Alfalfa. Okay, we'll get back to that.
Oh
then.
yeah, and
Okay.
it's important, but what's going on, kind of like on a macro level.
Macro means big.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey,
No,
for those-
no, good. Anyhow, in keeping with what I had just mentioned, the first thing I wanted to say beyond the intro is oppression is not a solution, it breeds aggression.
So those who are oppressed eventually get oppressed to a point where they have to revert to aggression to push back.
Man,
Since the beginning of time.
if you treat people like shit, they're going to start behaving really.
Not even just people, animalistic. You treat any animal.
Well, same, yes,
Yeah.
the same. And,
We are
and,
animals.
and what we lose sight of is the fact that we're an animal.
Yeah. You cage an animal, you beat it, you poke it with sticks. When it gets its chance, it's gonna lash out.
Yeah. And and just because I think we did that, just because we're smarter than all the other animals, doesn't mean that we're the ones who get to write the rules for everything.
What does smarter mean? I want to
Well,
throw a wrench in that
well,
idea.
brain size,
Okay.
ability to problem solve,
Okay.
learning, language.
Okay.
Hey, man, we've got the biggest brains,
Yeah.
and in a way, and not because we deserve to have the biggest brain. It's just the fucking luck of the draw, man.
'Cause I would say octopus is really smart too. Them
Well,
motherfuckers.
no, but I mean relative to, and yeah. So
Let's go.
let's go. Okay, this is. I wanted to take a slightly other side of in the Middle East. Israel's continued brutal occupation of the Palestinian people cannot be considered a provocation. I don't know if I so much agree with that. That's a kind of a rationale for the.
Oh, I'm trying to say this is why this is happening.
Yeah, well, it's almost like it. They have no right to behave. No, but it's almost like they have no right to behave. Like they are in the in the territories.
But which is crazy because I mean, this is the behavior, like you said, the oppression leads to the aggression. And if you treat people like animals, they're going to act like animals. And over the millennia, I don't even know how many millennia, but history serves is that there's been a large amount of aggression that has happened due to the oppression in the Middle East. Period. In a lot of the countries, not just Israel and Palestine, but
well. My feeling is the tumor is in the Middle East. It is what caused things like 9/11. All the terrorism going on is a direct result of the incredible abuse being taken by the Arab people. And it's been going on ever since the state of Israel was carved out of land where Arabs have been living for thousands of years. Really complicated. But get this now, this was quite, what goes on in the territories. 75 years of ethnic cleansing,
damn.
15 years of a blockade, confiscation of Palestinian lands, desecration of Palestinian sacred sites, daily raids into Palestinian homes, and the constant humiliation of an entire people. So to say that nothing about this is unprovoked is ridiculous.
Right.
It's a direct provocation of what's going on.
Right.
So that was why I kind of grabbed, that story and
To say that people aren't provoked is almost like trying to call people who attack other people or people who defend themselves from the attackers like senseless. Like sometimes like us going to war because of 9/11, like essentially we were provoked into it because of the Twin Towers. If we would have went to war without the Twin Towers happening, that would have been maybe considered unprovoked to go there and then commence to warring on people.
In some strange ways, something that a president way before your time, Eisenhower, in the 50s, he was a 5-star general and in the wars. He's the guy who created the term the military-industrial complex.
Okay.
And clearly, they feed on violence and aggression.
Yeah.
That's their, and so it's like, well, man, what do you expect? To me, 9/11 and this attack on Israel, in Gaza, they are moments where the world really stood still, frozen, by the horror of what happened. That's exactly the moment when you do what Jesus was talking about. You turn the other cheek. It absolutely diffuses violence because there's nothing to respond to.
Right.
If Israel had said, something other than what we're doing, okay, it's enough. This can't continue. We have to come up with a two-state solution that recognizes the Palestinians as equal human beings.
In order to do that, you got to set aside pride, ego, and
I know. 9/11 was really the quintessential moment where we could have said, okay, stop.
Right.
Okay? Now what we have to do, that kind of carnage, this kind of carnage.
But if a leader would have said those words in which you just spoke, they would have got ran out of office.
Well,
at the time from the people.
Well, it takes us into our next piece.
Let's go.
Because, like a person who did that, they would get the Nobel Prize. Okay?
That's a great segue.
They would get the Nobel Peace Prize.
Facts.
So let me do
The
the current Nobel Peace Prize recipient.
Okay.
All right? And I'm reading it because it's the fastest way rather than having me, Hey.
No, I get it.
Come on now. The Nobel Peace Prize Committee on last Friday awarded its prize this year. I'll screw up her name, I apologize. Narges Mohammadi. She is a human rights defender currently imprisoned in her home country of Iran. Okay? She deserved the recognition for, quote, her fight against the oppression of, oh God, I'm going to cry, against the women in Iran and her fight to promote human rights and freedom for all.
So she's in jail for that.
And she's in jail for that, man. So, and not only she's in jail, 31 fucking years and 154 lashes, and she's still in prison because she had the fucking audacity to say that peace is first.
Damn.
So, I'm sorry, it makes me really emotional. I'll get over it.
Damn.
And
well, I mean so that's why a lot of the times some of these powers that be get unchecked because people are afraid to end up in that situation. People are afraid to be martyrs. People are afraid to stand up for what's right against the powers that be.
Yep.
And that's fucked up.
The kid in Tiananmen Square years ago who got run over by a tank.
Damn.
Oh yeah, and it was big in protest for
Okay.
mistreatment. I don't know. What's his name? I don't know.
Right.
Dead and gone.
Right.
And
And do you think fear tactics is a way that they keep that under wraps?
sure.
And that's why they
Well,
perpetrate that?
Some of these people, man, it's unbelievable, and it goes on all over the world. People, they give their lives for causes, for really worthy causes. How many people have died in the Amazon?
Trying to stop the trees from being
Stop.
cut down?
Yeah. Okay.
For cattle.
Oh man, it's like any way you want to look, you'll find examples of such incredible bravery, where your purpose is more important than your life, which is, to me, is like, man, God bless you.
Yeah.
You do deserve a prize
100%.
for that.
So was she as a recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, or was she nominated?
No, she got it.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. She likely doesn't even know she got it because she's in the slammer in Iran.
Damn.
And in Iran, a country that actually has something called the morality police.
Shit.
All right, and they go around, and they do go around. It's geared specifically at women in Iran, by the way, who aren't allowed to go to school. They're not allowed to work.
Okay.
Okay. If they leave the house, they have to be escorted by a male.
Okay.
And it's endless. And the big thing is the hijab, the head covering. If you're a woman and you're not properly using the hijab, you're getting arrested.
Damn.
And it was last September, around a year ago. I don't remember, the name of the woman, a young woman, like 21. They nailed her, beat the shit out of her, and she died in police custody for not wearing the hijab properly. Okay, and the reason why she was killed is because she defied the God of the people in charge in Iran.
Damn.
Do you know what I mean?
Damn.
The Ayatollah and stuff.
That's one of the reasons why we don't even speak about religion on our shows, because it's been so much crazy, just drastic.
Man, it's inevitable when you start talking about religion with somebody, you're going to step on your dick.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And trip over it, land on your face.
Because people like really protective of it. It's like, what do you mean?
Right.
And yeah, it's tough. And one of the reasons why I've been writing for so long and enjoy doing what we're doing is because at least it's for me selfishly, it's a means of self-expression.
Yeah, it's an outlet.
Right? And not like an outlet in terms of unloading.
Oh no.
It's a sharing.
Yeah.
I got no charge.
Yeah, ideals. This is just my ideals.
Yeah. I'm not right. I'm sad.
Right. I wish it wasn't the case, right?
Yeah.
So you're speaking your piece on it.
Yeah. Okay. I would say it's on a lighter note, and it really is, and it's about Saudi Arabia.
Okay, and them using our lands
in the U.S. And just a quickie on my.
What part of the U.S. are they using these lands to grow the crops?
Arizona.
Okay.
Okay. Here it goes. Much of Arizona is experiencing long-term drought, and that's according to the Arizona Department of Water Resources. Despite the water shortage, one Saudi Arabian company is allowed to, you're going to love this, is allowed to pump unlimited amounts of groundwater to grow crops for its home country. Okay?
In Arizona?
Yeah. Arizona, in the fucking desert, man, right? So CBS reported that the company, which is a subsidiary, who cares? Is
sorry.
what the fuck?
No. I had a long day.
You want a pillow?
No, not yet.
You want a blankie?
I didn't take my nap today yet.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. They're using water pumped from underground to grow alfalfa.
Okay.
Now this is in quotes.
Is it to feed people?
One of the most water-intensive crops that there is.
Yeah.
Okay, this is terrific. it's illegal to grow alfalfa in Saudi Arabia because it uses too much of their water.
Right.
But it's okay for them to do it
It's because they're
here.
probably paying a substantial amount.
Oh, they're paying. Oh yeah, money, honey.
Damn.
So I just thought I would kind of bring it up, and I've seen like a similar story or two, and it is Saudi Arabia doing it,
Okay.
so they can grow, the crops that they can't grow at home.
And so the alfalfa, though, what are they using it for? Have you looked into that? Like, I know it's a
feed.
food source.
Well, it's a food source, or I know it's a feed,
Yeah.
right? I don't know. I can't say that personally. Oh man, I love alfalfa.
I know it's high in like micronutrients and stuff like that, so it has good properties for health, things like that.
I don't know if I've ever eaten alfalfa.
You probably had it in like a sandwich or something, or they probably added it to a drink that you might have had in a powdered form.
Is alfalfa in tequila?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, all right, that's out.
That's
Well, I'm at a new. The script is gone,
script on.
and there you have it. And not that we're done, but I think having done this once before, it's just like a great way to begin
news.
it. Well, it gets us. It gets us going. It gives us
a reaction to it.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah. It's a nice. It's a nice springboard.
100%.
And,
so, would you ever be a martyr for one of these causes to try to get some change coming? And I think that majority of people that I know would probably have that same answer. So, what do you think that is? Is it the fear of being ostracized or being killed or being jailed, or is it just, the fact that that not, or the fact that that saying something may not even change it anyway?
Well, I think we're incredibly compromised as human beings because for many of us, the most important thing is to be accepted.
Yeah.
Right? Not to be singled out for your individuality.
Where do you think we learned that from? Where do you think that trait comes from? And you think school teaches you that for just,
No, I think it's our nature.
It's our nature?
Yeah.
But with that being said, our nature is like molding from our elders or molding from our leaders, because like you said in the beginning, if you treat somebody like an animal, they're going to react like an animal. So if we were taught to be animalistic from day one and just, fight and kill and steal and beat, that's what you're going to end up being like. So if you're taught to shut up and color, if you're taught to stay in your lane, if you're taught to don't go against the masses, don't go against the powers that be, that's what you're going to end up being like.
I'm not sure it's something that you can learn. I think it ends up being like part of like who you are as a person.
Okay.
Like education aside, I mean, we start out with, I don't know how you would define it, but we're born unique. We're not born part of a crowd.
Everybody's chemical makeup is slightly different.
Slightly, I mean, it's so slightly different. Like the snowflakes, you'll never find two of those motherfuckers together.
Right.
Imagine a blizzard,
right,
and there's not one that matches the other.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, but I don't know. I really just think it's our nature, and what makes me say that, and I bring it up really all the time, is just, hey man, go back. I don't care. Go back 100 years. Go back 1,000 years. You're going to find that it's the nature of the human being.
For the majority to just stay doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Not bucking the system per se.
No, because you don't want to get spanked, by your.
Especially publicly, you're tarred and feathered.
Well, no, but I mean, as a child, you don't want to get spanked.
Right.
And I think my mother, God bless her, for my entire growing up, her constant refrain was, when I ever did anything a little bit fucked up, what are the neighbors going to think? Mm-hmm. Okay? So that how we are, very often, how we are regarded by others becomes more important
Yeah.
than who we really want to be, because we're not programmed to take those kind of risks.
Right. Like keeping up with the Joneses. You know, you
I mean, all of that.
stay
I
in
mean,
the line,
I'm
yeah.
doing what everybody does. I'll be damned. Every time I fucking look at a long line and a short line, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
what are you getting on the longest line?
No, yeah.
Right?
I see that in traffic a lot. I'll see a light and I'm like, this is just a whole line of people on one side and there's one car over here. I'm like, why would I stay behind these one and then wait for the next one to turn red and I'm behind like that? What is that?
Oh God, it's just,
So
Yeah.
let me. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
asked you a question and I
yeah.
cut you off. But do you believe that there's NPCs amongst us? NPC is a gamer term called non-player character that's like almost like a drone, almost like just like an AI. Like they're just here to take up space. They're not really a person with free thought, with radical thought. They're just here to fill a position or to feel like, you know. And there's theories out there that there's a bunch of fucking NPCs amongst us that aren't really humanoids.
No, I don't subscribe to that. I think we should be responsible for our shit smelling.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And even if it's true, okay. What about all of us humans? It's not a reason. It justifies nothing.
But just like sheep, right? You heard it, right? So if the mass majority of people are doing the same things and fitting into this lane, then eventually the majority are going to continuously follow that lane. But if the NPCs infiltrate and they start doing the things in majority, the real humans are going to see that, not knowing that they're NPCs, and follow that same route and just brainlessly do things that they think is right just because they see everybody else doing it, not without any thought about why I'm doing this.
Personally,
Poisonally.
I think it's a lame excuse for shitty behavior.
Okay. I like that.
I mean, own it, baby.
Own it, yeah.
And they
Yeah, read a book.
Well, yeah, I don't know. And then at the same time, it happened to me like this morning at home. I was just really getting bummed with shit going on, and it's like, wait a minute, are you kidding me? I went outside, looked at a fantastic sunrise.
Yeah.
The sky's on fire.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I have been afforded the privilege.
I like that word.
Do you know,
Privilege,
to experience that.
Yeah.
And it's like, step back,
in
man.
a non-hostile environment as well.
Oh, yeah. So it's like, step back and try and not to lose sight of the fact that every one of us has been gifted this moment in time, and how do you want to use it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what in God's name is wrong with peace and loving
Peace
your
and
brother
prosperity and love.
and caring for other people?
Yeah, talk that talk.
It's like, what? It somehow you get punished if you do something like that. And
or you looked at it as weird or
yeah,
like
man.
off-kiltered.
Yeah, it's like
fucking hippies.
Yeah.
Wait, because I hugged the person and told them I love them and I appreciate them. No,
and I always you try and look between the extremes. You try really hard to find the middle, right? And it's Jesus Christ, you're yawning again. What the fuck?
I gotta get some coffee before my next class.
Well,
man.
you should have gotten it before you turned the camera on.
Hey, you in this, you get so offended when somebody yawns. My teacher's the same way, but at the
By
same
the way,
time,
I'm joking.
no, I know.
I give a shit.
I know. And the yawn is not, it's provoked.
No, it's not
I mean,
boredom. No.
Exactly not.
No.
But it's definitely
No,
not
man.
boredom.
I mean, I don't give a shit if you pick your nose. Oh, don't do that.
If I flick it on you.
So,
Well-
I got to tell you, man.
Talk to me.
I looked at last week's program, and I really liked it. And I can't say that over the time we did, however many we did, I didn't come away from everyone saying, "Oh man, I really liked that one."
Yeah, you were saying you had an up and down feeling about every single episode. Like you really unbiased to the episodes. Just because we do it, you're never like, "Oh, that's the best one I've ever seen." Like you're really honest about your opinion about if you liked it or if you didn't like it. There's something that you didn't like at all, and you spoke.
But it doesn't matter. The same thing would apply to like my writing, in the sense it's something that I feel compelled to do, not to be good at it,
but to be consistent.
But because I feel compelled to do it,
Right.
And I don't really care.
That's a great way to end this episode. Tell them about what you don't care about.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I think my problem is that's a problem for me. In that, I was just crying, man, about what the fuck.
Yeah,
we're sitting here and it's like I should just be having a great time, but this stuff and
because you have empathy and sympathy for those who are wrongly done.
It's my makeup, like we were talking. I don't take. I do in a way. I take responsibility for how I am, but I don't look at it and say I crafted myself to be this way.
Okay. So, what's your message to the next president? And then we're going to end this segment.
If you're 80, I don't want to talk to you.
80, that's your fucking classmate, though.
Well, not quite.
Oh,
okay. It would be like I was a sophomore and he or she was a senior.
Okay.
But that really, so it's even before we get to the next one. I actually saw there's an outfit called Pew Research.
Okay.
They do wonderful stuff, and they're very credible in terms of the surveys they do. And I don't know, it was a couple of months ago. An incredible percentage of Americans would like to see their president somewhere between 50 and 60. Okay?
Why not 30?
No. Because
30 and 50.
Well, I'll tell you, because you need to have a little bit of mileage to deal with the shit show.
Okay.
And to be fresh.
Okay. What about a president that's never left the country, and what about a president that's never joined the military?
Oh, I don't care about the military.
What about leaving the country?
In that regard, I don't mean about leaving. What do you mean?
Imagine somebody that grew up in D.C., always been in D.C., never left the East Coast region of the world, and became the president of the United States.
Hey, listen, when you start getting to that kind of level, I don't care if it's politics or commerce, you get kind of insulated from how things are outside of your world. And the world in Washington is a fucking cesspool, man. So, and you wonder about, hey, you got people that are doing laps in the cesspool, right?
Yeah.
That ain't cool.
That ain't cool,
and they get to run the show, and hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is the end of the show. If you stay with us to the end, we appreciate you so much. But if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and then you share this with as many people that you think will enjoy this. That's the end of FNF. That's Foster and Feinstein, and I'm out.
And while he gets to turn off the camera, before let's talk very quickly. Peace and love, and man, it has never been more in demand.
Yes, sir.